Welcome to Make a Difference Monday, where we encourage you to make a difference in yourself, in others, and in the world. I'm Courtney Bullard, the co-founder and executive director for the Pearl House, and today we are joined with Heather Turner, and we're going to talk about dreaming from the ground up. Welcome, Heather. So glad that you're here.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to see you, Courtney.
I know, Heather. Welcome. I'm so excited that you're here today with us on Make a Difference Monday.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm just happy we get to have a conversation today. So any day that I have some time with Courtney is a good day.
Oh, I feel the same. This is so great. Okay, so Heather, tell us just a little bit about yourself.
I am married to my high school sweetheart. We are actually celebrating our 19th anniversary next week. And I can't believe it, but that's what happens when you marry your high school sweetheart. So we've been together a long time, and he's fabulous. I have two sons, a 13-year-old Aiden and a 12-year-old Mason. And then I love what I get to do. I get to help develop people every single day in musicianship and confidence. That's what we do at Anthem. I'm actually also in the MBA program at OSU Tulsa to finish my master's in business. And so that's what I do in the free time when I'm not at a kid's activity or teaching. So that's what I'm doing. We have two dogs. So Buddy is a Great Pyrenees, and then we have Ruby, who is a golden retriever. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Okay, I want to know what your regimen is, because you do not look tired. You have no bags under your eyes, and all those things you just said. I would be drinking a lot of coffee. Maybe that's your secret. I don't know.
And I'm drinking hot tea right now. I've got my hot tea here. Yeah, I like to be busy. People ask me that about being like a multitasker type of a personality or somebody who's going a lot, but I just like it. I don't know. I feel like when I can be productive with relationships and different things, I just feel like it fills me up. And so it gives me, interacting with people gives me energy. It doesn't really drain me. And so probably my regimen is just interacting with people. So right now you're giving me a lot of energy, and I'll just take that into the rest of my day.
That's fantastic. Well, I would love for you to share a little bit about Anthem Road Academy. So if you live in Bixby, Tulsa, Jinx, surrounding area, I highly recommend Anthem Road Academy. My two daughters both have taken lessons there. And so I would love, Heather, for you to share just how Anthem Road, how it came to be, how it got started. Just tell us a little bit more about that.
So I was a public school music teacher for 7 years and loved it. I love teaching music no matter what the environment is, and I loved actually teaching at a public school. The camaraderie of that was great. What it didn't give me at that time was flexibility, and I had two toddlers, a 3 and 4-year-old at the time, and I wanted to be really engaged in their educational experience. And as the only music teacher at a site, which is usually how it is, you don't have a lot of flexibility to leave the classroom because no one really can come and take your spot. And so I wanted to be an advocate for my own children's education, just like I had become an advocate for children and their education experiences, combined with like the teacher, but also getting to know that parent and getting that parental involvement in the education. And so I didn't want to advocate for other people to do that and then me not really be able to do that for my own children. And so to build a program, if you're listening and you are a choir director at a school or a band director, you know it takes way early mornings and late nights and extra rehearsals and lots of extra things, which is awesome. And then when you have children, you're also trying to prioritize them in that mix. And so really it just came out of a desire to be able to do what I love to do, but also be able to be super involved with my kids' school as they got started into early elementary. And so I actually started Anthem Road with 19 students. I taught after school piano and voice too at Bixby North Elementary. And I was like, okay, we've already been taking lessons together. what do you guys think? Do you want to continue on with me? And every single one of them did. And I'm so grateful. It was a big step of faith. It was not something everyone thought I should do. No one pretty much saw me as a business owner. They all knew me as a school teacher. And so I just prayed about it. Jon prayed about it. And it took me about a year to make the leap, to make that step from when I knew that it was something I wanted to do, as far as leaving the public school environment and doing something a little bit different. I didn't know that it would grow into what it is now. I really just thought I'm still going to get to teach and do what I love, but I'll get to choose my schedule so that I can go to my kids' mystery reader day, or, be the homeroom mom and all of the different things for early childhood. And so that's how it started, with really a dream, a prayer, and a big step of faith. And then some really great people came alongside. And it's just grown and grown from there. So I'm super humbled by it every day, and really thankful for the team that we have. Because when we first started out, I really was just like, okay, if we can just double our students, if we can get to 40 students, that would be so amazing, And we brought on a guitarist, a guitar teacher, who played with us at Life Church. My husband and I both serve at Life Church, South Tulsa location. And Sam was his name, and he was like, if I could just get 10 students, that would be amazing. And I was like, that would be amazing, And so our big goal to cover our overhead was really just to get to 40 students. And God has done quite a lot beyond that.
Wow. What would you say is the best piece of advice you've received about starting your own business, or just in general?
So I would say, and it's from John Maxwell, he says, add value to people, value people, and you'll be more valuable to people. And I think when you value people just as individuals first, not as a cog in your wheel, and not as something that serves you, and not for what they can do for you, but just as human beings, just valuing them and taking time to listen to what their needs are and their goals and challenges. Most people have common questions that they need answered. And the common questions are usually, do I have what it takes? And is there something special or unique about me? And so I would say valuing people is number one. And then adding value to them is number two. That's the best advice I could give anyone. It's the best advice I've received, because if you do those two things, you're going to be successful in business and in relationships and in life.
Okay, that is excellent. I need a plaque. I want to make a plaque and put that in my office somewhere, because that is just to start your day every day thinking that, just the word value. That is so good. I love that. Heather. Okay, so not only do you own your own business, but you're also an author. I want to know, did you always see yourself own your own business? I know you shared a little bit about how you were, a teacher in the public schools for a while, but is this something that has always been a dream of yours, to write a book, to own your own business now that you're in it? Will you share a little bit about that?
It really wasn't. I've always loved to read. Both of my parents are avid readers. We grew up going to the library every week. Both of my parents my dad, big old thick books. My mom has a huge library of books. And so we just grew up loving reading. And so I've always been a reader, and I've always been a journaler. So one of the ways that it's therapeutic for me, I write my thoughts and my hopes and dreams. I've always been that way as far as journaling and reading, but I never did think that I would write a book. Actually, what happened is I was journaling the mentorship that I was giving to new teachers coming in. Honestly, most of the teachers that came into Anthem Road and still do, they're right out of college or early 20s. And as we would have developmental conversations about just their dreams and their life and the path that they had planned, and what was working out from that plan and what wasn't, there were, again, just a lot of common questions. And I just started taking note of them. and then identifying those same things in my own life. And I think our dreams evolve and change in different seasons and stages, and they kind of evolve and change based on the trades that we're willing to make or we are not willing to make in those stages and seasons of our life. And so right now, you know, I just turned 40 years old. I have 2 kiddos. I've got businesses and things like that. And there are certain trades I'm not willing to make now that when I was 22, I probably was willing to make, right? And the same thing, there are some trades that I wasn't willing to make at 22 that I'm willing to make now. And I think sometimes we set a path, we set a goal early on in life, but we don't think about the trades that are required to be successful on that path. And so we're struggling and disappointed in ourselves, and we're comparing ourselves to someone else's path and not realizing that maybe they're willing to make some trades that we aren't willing to make. And so the book really, and I have a book with me, the book really is a workbook it helps you define the type of trader that you are, and then helps you determine the path that you are willing to make the trades for, so that you can not just be successful, but find significance and meaning and fulfillment in your life in the season and stage that you're in right now. So that's what the book's all about.
I love it. And I love this because you've been to the Pearl House and you were able to take your book and the curriculum. And I love for you to share how you were able to use it at the Pearl House and with the girls and at the academy.
Oh my gosh, we fell in love with the Pearls. Absolutely love them. Cannot wait to go back. We are already excited. Several of our team members, we brought 10 teachers from Anthem Road, and every single one of them loved it. It was such a great experience. So wow, you're doing incredible work. One of the main things about a dream trader, the traits of a dream trader, is someone who's not only pursuing their dreams, but is intentionally investing in the dream of someone else. And so you're trading your expertise and your experience, and you're investing that into someone else. And that's what we got to do with the Pearl House, is they're all pursuing their dreams too. And this organization is beautiful, and they're doing such great work. And so as we learned more about what they were doing, it was something that we were honored and humbled to be able to partner with in a small way. And actually we sent over the student curriculum. So this is the adult book, so to speak. And then there's a student curriculum. It's in a lot of different sites. It's in Union. It's been in Jinx Public Schools. I think it's in 8 sites at Union that we've done an enrichment program with. And it helps teens and young kids around at age like 10 and up, helps them identify their strengths and who God has created them to be as unique, beautiful individuals, and how they can plan a path to reach their full potential. And so we had, with the help of Clara and Courtney in the Pearl House teachers, we sent a version over there. It was actually super rough. It was like right at the beginning. They helped edit it and make it like a really good fit for the girls and the kiddos at the Pearl House Academy. And so we were able to bring that for all of those students and go through that curriculum with the students, but also with the foster families, with the teachers. And so we actually were able to do that. And I hope it's something that adds value to them. It's not something that works the same exact way for every person. It's very much individualized based on how they answer the questions. But it's something that we hope that they can keep with them, and they'll remember that God plants dreams in each and every one of us, and He has great plans for each and every one of us. And so it's our choice and our responsibility to make a positive investment in that, and see that grow and develop in our lives, and if we have the resources, in the lives of others.
Heather, I absolutely love your heart, and it just shows in everything you do. I mean, anything you say, everything you do, and I love it because they are ready for you to come back to the Pearl House. I'll just say that you were such a blessing, and I love that about dreams, and we all have dreams, and just trying to figure out how to get there. And so appreciate you so much, and just so thankful. And so I know at the beginning you shared all the things that you have on your plate and going on in your life. I would love for you to just share those that are watching or listening how do you balance your career, going to school, being a mom, being a wife, owning a business, all the things? How do you balance that?
So I wouldn't say it's balanced every day the same way. What I've had to get really good at is managing my time, and I plan every Sunday. I plan the whole week, like the priorities for the week, whatever I have going on with school, with my kiddos' activities, even family dinners or a lunch date with my husband. Everything goes on the calendar, and even marginal time for thinking, devotion, just whatever that looks like, it goes on the calendar. And I know that sounds a little bit crazy for some people probably, but it helps bring a lot of peace to me, because instead of feeling like overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, there's so many things, instead of living that way, it's kind of like budgeting your time, and that budget just gives you a lot of peace, because every day, you know, it's okay, I don't have to worry about such and such. I've already got it on the calendar. It will get checked off. And I'm been very diligent about staying pretty close to that time that I've planned. And so if something gets canceled and I get a little bit of extra time, great, you know, but for the most part, I really do plan ahead, and I stick pretty close to that plan. And sometimes that plan has like 15, you know, things happening in a day. And then sometimes, and those 15 things can be spread apart, you know, spread across school, work, and going to pick up a kiddo or bringing them to an orthodontic appointment, and then doing a developmental talk with a business or with our team. And then it may, you know, end with family dinner and having an extra 30, 45 minutes to play cards with the kids, so we have that quality time. So I think it just really has depended. In this season, my kiddos are a little bit more independent. There were seasons where my kids were younger, like when we very first started out, and I couldn't do some of the things. That's why I'm in school now. I probably, it would have been harder to go back to get my MBA when they were toddlers, for example, and starting the business. So I think you just have to be cognizant of what season and stage you're in, and then be kind of a ninja when it comes to time management, and then follow through on that, because otherwise it's easy to get overwhelmed and be like, there's so many things to do. Just put it on the calendar, lots of reminders, and stick to it.
I love it. I feel like we should make t-shirts up or bumper stickers or something that says I'm a ninja, because I mean, I love that. I think you could market that.
In college, I had a best friend, her name was Sarah, and she would like call me and wake me up, be like, Heather, come on, we have a test today or whatever. I have gotten really good at it out of necessity because of the things that I'm in. But it helps, it really does help. And lots of people have asked, and I'm happy to help anyone if they ever need some tips on how to organize and prioritize their time. So yeah.
I love it. Maybe that'll be another podcast of organization. So Heather, will you tell everyone how they can find you?
You can find Anthem Road Academy at anthemroadacademy.com. And so we would love to give you a free trial lesson. You can mention the Pearl House to get that free first lesson. And then for DreamTraders, you can find DreamTraders, the Kindle version, the Audible version, or the paperback version on Amazon.com or DreamTradersBook.com. And I'm really excited about the Audible version because it just came out, and it was just such an act of love. And so it was fun. We recorded it locally with one of our teachers who teaches at Anthem Road. He's been with us forever, and his name is Bryce, and he just opened a recording studio named the Echo Studio. And so we got to do that recording live, and it was a first for me, and it was really fun. So I narrate that book, and please check it out on Audible and give it hopefully a 5-star review.
That's so great. Heather, thank you so much for being here today and for your time. And I know everyone will be encouraged and inspired. And so why don't we all go take all this amazing knowledge that Heather has imparted on us today, and let's all go and make a difference.
Thank you for listening to Make a Difference Monday. If you would like to learn more about how you can make a difference, visit thepearlhouse.org.